Hello viewer, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how I create a detailed, intimate clothes, beginner friendly full glam look, so stick with me to the end. In this video I did some mistakes that I choose not to cut out or edit and want to share with my viewers so that you can learn one or two things from it. But trust me, in the end the outcome was nice and I bet you will love to stick with me to the end and see the result of this beautiful process. Sorry guys, I did my brows off cam. If you want to see a detailed video of how I did these brows, please follow if you're new here and watch out for my new video on how I created these brows, a detailed video. So before you start you have to have a clean canvas. Before I created these brows I had to make sure I wiped off and have a clean canvas, and then I created the brows. Then I applied my foundation. My foundation is a shade darker than my actual skin tone, but nevertheless you can do that. In the process, when you apply a foundation that is a shade darker than your skin tone, you can actually work it out by using a highlighter that is lighter than your skin tone, that is way 2 shades lighter than your skin tone, as I did here, to enhance the looks on your T-zone because you used a darker shade foundation. So you see in this video I use a lighter shade to conceal and it did the tricks for me. I applied liquid blush and set, highlighter and mascara with a lighter foundation with the same shade of powder. I used loose powder and then I went ahead to bake and I did a mistake. My brush got a chunk of lip stain on it and it happened after I baked, so I'm trying to fix that. I was so frustrated, but I believe I could fix it. At this point I was already feeling like wiping the whole thing off. As you can see, I'm trying to patch it up. So I applied concealer and powder and well, I think it did the trick, even though you can't tell if at first if there is a mistake, if there was a mistake there, but I think we fixed that. Yeah. One thing I wouldn't want you to miss is if you use a foundation that is a shade darker than your skin tone, don't use a contour. Just go ahead and highlight the areas you're supposed to highlight and apply your blush and just move on. And similarly, if you use a foundation that is way lighter than your skin tone, make sure you apply little concealer or don't apply concealer at all, and then apply your contour and go ahead and do your thing. That works for me most times, and I hope it will work for you too. So before I applied my eyeshadow, I make sure I prime my lid. You can use a good primer you get, or you can use a concealer. Here I'm using a concealer to prime my lid. Make sure you prime your lid before doing your eyeshadow to form a good eyeshadow base, so that your eyeshadow will come out well and it will serve as a foothold for your eyeshadow. So when you use a concealer to prime your lid, make sure you set it well with a setting powder, as I'm doing here. Next I use a powder that is my shade to set the whole face. Make sure you set and try to blend to have an even look, and also to fade out the sharp lines as I'm doing in this video. Take your time to blend the looks, to blend everything together. And next, I'm applying a highlighter. I'm loving this highlighter. It's making my look pop. It's making the whole look pop. I'm loving it. This step is not a must. You can choose to skip this step if you want, but I always love to do this. I apply shimmer highlight most time when I do my makeup, but I will advise you do, but it's not a must. And if you can see the mess on my nails, on my fingers, please ignore. It's the lip stain I had on my nose earlier. Next, I'm going to be doing the eyeshadow. So I'll be going in with a light shade of pink. I went in with a light hand on the eyeshadow, and then I'm tapping it on my outer corner, on the outer corner of my lid. I went in with the light hand. I don't want to have it smudge all over my lid, so I'm beginning from the outer corner. As you can see here, I'm going in with a light hand so that we'll have a smooth finish. So I'm going in slowly, and I'm going to be wiping it over my lids in a windshield wiper motion. I will be swiping it over my lid rather. So that's what I'm going to do to have a smooth finish. Make sure you go in with a light hand as possible, and yes, do it this way. Keep swiping over and over and over until you have the perfect shade. As you can see, it's coming out gently. I would advise you use a smaller brush to apply the shade beneath the upper lid, beneath the outer corner of my lid. Beneath that, you need to apply, use a smaller brush, or if you can use a brush similar to mine, that works fine too. Next, I created a cut crease as seen here. I used the concealer and a flat brush. Use a very flat brush. Then I applied this soft matte yellow shade at the inner corner. Then I went ahead to apply the other shades, as you can see here. And take your time to blend the hash line. Don't leave a hash line beneath the colors. Don't leave a hash line between the colors as the transition. Make sure you use your brush to, I use different brushes for this. Use different brush to blend out the hash lines between the colors as this transition into the another one, into the other. Then I did the same with the second lid, and this is how the look is. And then I finish up with making sure I set the whole face. And here is the final look, guys. Leave a comment and tell us what you think, and don't forget to like, subscribe and follow for more content like this. Until next time, bye.